here it is. This thing is very nice looking. Paint's gorgeous on it. So it's a Viper Blue. And there's some little nicks here and there, but geez, not a whole lot. I got more on the front of the Shelby, I think, than anything. A lot of this black stuff on the hood is just tire rubber. Headlights have a little residue from tape, and that's all this is. So I guess he changes the number from 35 to 135. But the body looks straight. Beautiful paint job. I like that color, that and the white. Yeah, the seat. Well, we'll get into the seat in a bit. Let's pop the hood here. You can see that I don't have the hood pins in, but you can see that the hood sits a bit to accommodate the little 4-cylinder engine in it. You did know it was a 4-cylinder, right? Check the oil. There's some in it, which is always good, and it's nice and clean. I looked in the little tank there. There's a couple serial plates. I wrote down the numbers, and I haven't started it yet. And I don't know if we're going to be able to drive it around a whole lot. I was kind of hoping this thing would be in the parking lot, but as you can see, this is the whole facility right here. Can't really get up to speed in 20 feet, but we'll see what we can do here. It fits in there nice and tight. As you well know. Glass on the hood. It's got a little scuffing down in the corner, but that's not nothing to worry about. So I wedged my fat ass under it as far as I could get. I looked at the rear, underneath. Everything looks nice and dry. Nice alternator setup. Nice big aluminum radiator. Turns out that it wasn't a stuck float. Dale said it was a hole in the fuel hose, which has been fixed, and the only other problem is that brake caliper, and he can fix that too. That shouldn't be any problem. I don't like the oil filter though. Let's go down underneath the car here. See it. I don't know if yours sticks down like that. That's pretty low. I'd be afraid of that sucker. I'd want to have a filter now that you're good at it. Seasick watching this, but that's tough. This thing sits pretty low, and you can see the tires are not too good. This one's all fairly smooth on the outside. And I had Dale take some pictures of me with sitting in the seat from all sorts of different angles, so you can see how I fit in it. But the seat is definitely huge. It's when I sit in it, the arm thing sticks way up. And you can see how wide this sucker is. Man, that joke can eat cheeseburgers. It's a quick disconnect steering wheel. I asked Dale about the hole in the dashboard for fuel gauge. He says they just never put one in. Might be something you might want to talk about if you want to have a fuel gauge. I would figure you would. I don't know what's involved with wiring one up to the fuel cell. Interior's nice. What's wrong with it? The inside the door panels, they got a little window cuts in there, but there's no glass, of course. We'll get around to the other side. The panel is loose, but as you can see, both doors open with they're not welded shut. They both open with the lock, and you can see you have the side-mounted roll bar. Closes. Nice and solid. It's a pretty car. I can see why I can see his lip prints on the back there from not wanting to kiss it goodbye. There's a green one sitting here. There's a black one, and there's some ones in the shop. If I have some more video power left, I'll take some for you. There's the fuel cell, made by Fuel Safe Systems in Huntington. Let me get my shadow out of here. Electric fuel pump. Fire system. And the old Optima dry cell battery. Shock absorber adjustments. They're the tops of the shocks. Fuel filter. Nice aluminum panel. Now you can see that this guy knows what he's doing with that. Roll bars. Like I said, if I get in there and take a picture of the racer he's building with the, it's got a full roll cage with, you've just got the roll bar on this one. It's got the totally enclosed. Oops, it's got a little clampy skimmer here. A little dirty, a little dusty. You can see that it's been stored. It says it's a ripper. Fancy gas cap. Got your own sponsorship already. Panels fit nice. The body, all the body pieces fit really nice. Hang on here so I don't break my heel here. Whoops. Pardon the quality of the video. This door's stuck a little bit, but probably just needs to, just feels a little tight, like it could use a little adjustment. Like I said, this got that's the guts for the window stuff. It's missing the, I don't know if it's supposed to have a door handle or not. The other side does. You can see that the panel just needs to have the, I just fixed the loose panel. Got the mounting here for the seats. That's for adjusting the brake bias forward and back. That's your fire extinguisher for where you run out of talent. You start to have a barbecue. All these pieces really fit nice. Paints were spot on. Can't wait to start it up. Woo! Underneath here you've got your electronics for the box, a little breather, catch can. It's kind of hard to have the carpet fit. This, you could probably trim that to fit better around the roll bar. When I came in it was like that, but you could see underneath here, maybe you can, maybe you can't, but the body's nice and solid. It's very, very, well, for me, I'd say it's a lot of time, quality workmanship went into it. You know, I don't want to hurt your boy Wayno's feelings or anything, but that little skimmer there with the that's fire extinguisher. You have one of those up in the engine compartment too. Fancy pedals. Lengthwise, I think I fit pretty good. Like I said, the seat is just pretty big. Look under here. Turn you sideways. Woo! This must be some little. I'll have to ask Dale what that is. I don't know if it's some sort of little transponder or something. I don't know. Again, you got the seats ready to be mounted in there. I don't see any car here with any seats mounted in it, so I can't tell you what you suggested about checking a look at all his Dale if he's got another racing seat. Yeah, he says that thing's huge. They had to do a little notch in here to get it to fit. It's a pretty wide seat, and like I said, this is up so high. It should be hugging your ribs. And I'd have to either stop at the In-N-Out Burger a few hundred times to get caught up with that. See how the door closes nice and solid. And we're ready to jump in here. This has got to be awful to watch since I'm not turning the thing on and off. This is how us pros get in. I basically just sat down in the seat, whereas you should have to tilt yourself, twist yourself sideways to fit in the seat. And I've got a good fist I can stick. If I mush myself over to the right, I got a good fist I can stick in between my side and there. So as you can see, we got the pedal spelled out with G-O on it. G-O means go. All this stuff, turn signals taken out, all the controls for the ventilation and all that stuff. Since you've got little stumpier legs than me, I would rather have the pedals farther away. You can see how I've got my, see if I can hold the camera back here. You can see how I've got my knees bent up. I'd rather have the pedals far away, but that just may be perfect for you. At least I can sit and it's almost like almost a bit of a reach for me to get to the shifter. This would be very uncomfortable driving with the side of the seat up so high. In fact, it's almost impossible to. Very close ratio. Reverse, second, third, fourth. I just broke my camera on the. Oh. Let me see if I can get us into focus. I don't know how long it's been out of focus. Oops. I had a good narrative, but I think I just screwed up the picture. That shot the camera just took. And then it's a easy on, easy off steering wheel. You can kind of see the little bend in the arm. Have plenty of clearance underneath the wheel. Definitely would need a seat. So the door handle works fine for opening the door. I just got to ask him if there's one for the other side. Yeah. This one's lights and wipers. This must be the starter. See the little bitty windscreen. I'm gonna get out of here. Let's see what else. See the fuel cell. Like I said, I looked at the rear end's nice and dry. Everything looks nice and tight. You know, it's not For something that has been raced a few times, it's still pretty darn nice underneath. That's Dale. Say hi to Jeff, Dale.
Hey, Jeff.
How about firing it up?
Yeah, we can do that.
Make some noise. Is there any place we can get it out of first gear?
Not with no brakes.
Yeah. We can at least listen to it.
Unless you want to go for that ride, but you have to write the check
I like
first.
brakes. No, I like brakes.
I got the big key.
Oh, there you go. Would you think that it would need any sort of tune-up, or sounds good, huh?
Yeah, don't mess with it.
Sounds good to me. Sounds good to me. So, really, all he's probably looking at is he's got
I think I'd go through the brakes, maybe. That'd be about it.
caliper, little
Yeah.
bleed. Does it have any kind of speed bleeder system, or is this the old-fashioned?
Yeah, it's old-fashioned.
Okay.
Yeah, I haven't found any of those speed bleeders that work. You know, they don't suck air in.
I finally found one of those little plastic cup things that work. I got it at Napa for $5,
Oh, I'll be darned.
and that thing works perfect.
Huh.
Because I always had to go find somebody to pump the brakes.
Right.
You know, I always do the brakes before the Shelby convention, and I just says, oh, I'm gonna buy every piece of shit little stupid brake bleeding
The problem
system.
with the damn Girling brake masters or the calipers is that the bleed screws are so loose that as soon as you crack it, it's sucking air through the thread. So the damn speedy bleeders, you know, they kind of get you there, but you can't get all the air.
What kind of clutch does this have?
It's got a Ram triple disc.
Triple disc. And what are this is all
Two of them are brake, one clutch.
okay. Which is which?
Oh, no, no.
Uh-oh.
I'd have to look under the dash, see how it's plumb.
Oh, okay. Be nice to know.
Oh, what the hell we got here? Let's see. Those two are brake, and that guy's clutch.
Brake, brake, clutch. That's from passenger to drive side. We've got that on record.
There you go. Yeah, I probably could have just looked at which one was empty and gone from there.
Yeah, that probably would have worked. Man, that thing sounds awesome.
Need more, I'll be nipping sorry.
Okay. That thing sounds awesome. Ugh. Well, shop has got his paint booth, just like in an industrial park. Close my hood here. Get to do the tedious work today, huh?
Pardon?
Get to do the tedious work, huh?
No, that's actually all that I do. Where'd you come from?
Atlanta.
Atlanta?
Yeah.
What's the weather like there?
It's been miserable. It's been cold and rainy, 20s, 30s, a couple of ice storms the past couple of weeks.
Oh, so this is like a vacation.
Yeah, I was hoping for a nice day.
You have a Shelby or?
I've got a 67. Yeah, it's a little too far to come out when they have the Shelby convention at the track down the street.
Yeah, stack.
Yeah, they're going to be back out here next year.
Is it?
Yeah, they're trying to put it on like a rotation now, where
But it was going all over the place.
yeah, they're
Been here in California for years.
yeah, they did Fontana 2 years ago. They do Las Vegas every February, and yeah, this year's in Michigan in July, and then next year it's back out here again.
Okay.
So as we're looking here on the video, kind of recognize your old blue. It's a nice roll cage. This looks kind of neat. If you like tigers. What's that?
Price of Shelby's going crazy up.
Yeah, I was kind of dismayed at I don't know if you saw the Barrett Jackson auction a couple weeks ago. It had a T500. It wasn't the original motor, but it had the magical, mystical letter from Shelby American saying, "Yeah, it's okay. You had a 427 in it." Sold for $260,000, and it was an automatic too, to add further insult to injury. It was the wrong color. It was painted black. It was a nice looking car from, sitting in my living room in Atlanta. It looked nice on TV.
That's good news for you.
Well, it's good news for the owner of that car. I interviewed him. He said, "I was hoping to get $1.25 for it. Got 260, and it wasn't even the the right motor."
I sold my car 3 years ago, and I was on eBay the other day. They have one completely stripped down, just like this.
Uh-huh.
A few parts in the corner, and I don't know what it went for, but it was at 35. I was like,
67s have all of a sudden picked up a little growth spurt in cash. 66s have kind of bottomed out around the mid 40s, but the 67s are climbing.
I mean, I know the Eleanor thing kind of generated some, but it just seems like it's taken on a life of its own lately.
Yeah, spending $140,000 for a $5,000 car with some body parts.
Oh yeah, my thing was when Barrett Jackson last.
Honey.
That did not impress me.
Nah.
But I just couldn't believe it.
Well, people got deep pockets. So that was the shop. That's his body guy doing a little work. Forgot to turn the thing off. This will be an interesting video to watch. Alright, well, let me get you on the phone, see if you're there. Well, we walked through 15 garages, found 47 Tigers laying around, so here's the one you talked about. I'm not going to sit in the seat. You need to get that custom fit to your big wide ass.
Oh, you're right. Well, I got Brad here today. He's got to fix this car. No question about it. Got to change it. I don't know how long it's going to take.
All right.
Okay. Yeah. If not, well, call me before you throw mine. Well, I said, I don't know how long it's going to take me. That's it. All right.
It's just the nature of the beast, the hood having to have a little bit of a slope to it, huh?
Well, it's to give room to get any kind of an earthing on it. That's, Henry's car's got a 1/2-inch spacer under the carb. I've got a 1-inch spacer, and that 1-inch spacer is good for 40 horsepower.
Really?
Yeah, on the dyno, 40 horsepower, just
Wow.
that spacer. It's amazing.
No kidding.
Yep.
This is another thing I like too. That's one thing I looked on that car. That scares me, having the oil filter down that low.
Yeah, I've never had trouble with that.
You haven't?
In fact, I ran mine under there for ages, and just last year I moved it up here.
Okay.
So, especially on courses you guys got back east. I mean, I did tear one off the bottom of my car once. In fact, it was at Las Vegas.
Really?
Yeah, I went off. I hit, somebody else laid some oil down on the track. I hit it. Didn't spin out, but I ended up, I couldn't make the turn, and I just went off-road, and as I'm going through the dirt, someone took some rocks, about this big around, and just lined them up perpendicular to the track.
Oh,
And I mean, and I got the track over here. I've got the concrete little revetment with the corner worker standing in it, and here's this roll of rock. And it's like, well, this is nice. Bam, 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 bam. I mean, it crushed my headers, and it twanged the damn oil filter, and it didn't completely break off until the next session I went out. Then it broke off. Oil filter was dragging the ground, wore a hole in the oil filter, then I spun out in my own oil. But that was the only time I ever had trouble with it. So, as long as you don't race out in Vegas, you'll be fine.
Yeah.
What the hell someone lined those rocks up for? I mean, someone's kid had to have been playing out there to do that. What the hell? Sure. Right. The hell car is this?
It was in your folder.
Well, this ain't for this car. Whatever.
Car have the have brake cooling ducts like yours does?
Yeah.
Okay. And like I said when I was looking at the front of the blue one, this is a transponder. Dale says has to come off, so don't worry about that.
Actually, I guess this car was finished in 2000.
About 3-4 years ago.
Yeah. I'll have to go back. You gotta be. That may have been one of those invoices he was hiding from his wife.
He wouldn't be the first to do that. All over the place. Show me the body shop here. One there, one on the rotisserie. The other one's getting a Corvette suspension. That one in the back there. So it had the, to see the size of the tires that are going on that thing. Said to tub it, build it up for the back. That's the tire that's going on. That's amazing. It's a cool place. Cool place.